Hello, I'm going to be showing you an app that I've been developing called Gravitas Reader. And basically, the idea is you take a link from an article and put it into the app, and the app will display the article spatially. Um, so I'm going to launch the app. I just copied the link to the clipboard, and I will hit the read from clipboard button next. From there, the app launches and loads the content. You can see it's spread out into 10 panels in an arc to kind of mimic the extended Mac monitor. So it's trying to copy that form factor to a certain extent. It's got images, videos, text. All of the formatting is meant to look beautiful. You get the titles, the headers, captions. There's pagination. So it displays 10. You can walk up close, but it's also meant to be viewed from that viewing angle in the sitting position. So you should be able to sit in one position to read this. Pagination will completely replace the previous panel setup. There are multiple themes, so if you see the yellow button over here and click it, you can go into a light theme. All of the legibility is good in both modes, so it's really up to your preference. I'm more of a dark mode kind of person. And then you got your history. So the articles persist in your history. I'm going to run to a different article. And this is step and division. You can see it's loading. This is more of a technical article. And you'll see here there's actually code formatting. With the code formatting, there's syntax highlighting for many different languages. If the code gets cut off, there's a sideways scroller. Videos autoplay on loop without audio. This is a WordPress site, so WordPress should be optimized. The pink text are hyperlinks, and you could follow those hyperlinks in a rabbit hole. And when you hit a hyperlink, the article gets replaced with the new content, and it completely loads a new article into the history. Now, if you are not happy with that article, you can actually clear the history, and it actually tears it down, and it also removes it from the history. So that's how you remove objects from the history. Let's load it, the last article back in. You can copy simply by pinching. You can copy blocks of text. There is support for Reddit. So this is a Reddit post. There's some customization here to present it back in a somewhat decent way. And what you can do now is with the content, you could pop it out. And you can see it has audio. There's a couple different options in these pop-outs, but really what you can do is you can scatter them around your space. Let's turn that volume back down. So I really was inspired to create a research tool. And by having these pop-outs, you can essentially grab snippets of information and save them out. Here, I'm just popping out different images and videos and arranging them spatially. Kind of like an art museum, which is another big inspiration for this project. You'll see there's a note functionality. This is something that I really, really want to remember. And that saves the note. There's also an open to Safari button. We're not going to do that right now because that actually kills the session and there's a little warning. So I'll show you that later. Let's cancel out of that. So now that I have all these different pieces of content, there's an article button. And with that article button, I could quickly jump back and forth to different articles. So let's load another article and pop out some more content. There's support for GIFs. So let's pop out a GIF and put it into the space. So now we have, I think there's 3 articles in total in this scene. We can also pop out entire panels. So the little blue open button will pop out the entire panel and you get the images and the text to save. So I was inspired by research and university and being able to collect snippets of data from different articles that are important. That was a big inspiration for this. So you can save it. See this orange kind of favorite buttons, that's the scenes user interface. So you can see in this list of items, this is actually every single window that's open and the article, the parent article. So you can kind of get a bird's eye view of what's going to go into the scene. And from there, you could save the scene, demo, hit the save scene button, and you'll see it's the first item. So there's also an open, and that's to load the data, and there's an update if you change and you want to update. You can also export this to PDF, and that's what this button on the top left is. I hit the button, and it saved it locally to the Vision Pro. It's in the Files app. If you go to the Files, open that up, and on my Vision Pro, there will be a Gravitas Reader folder, and within there you will have your PDFs. There's a timestamp and a name. So this is all the critical data. All those links are clickable. They could take you to the content. It could take you to the parent article. It saves your notes, and it also saves text on panels. And then finally, there's the Open to Safari button. I'll show you that now. As you see, it kind of quits and kills the app, but it takes you to the parent article in Safari. So this app was really inspired by art museums and research. The goal is to try to be able to throw anything at this and it will display back information and content beautifully and hopefully make it easier to kind of get a high level overview of articles and just have fun kind of decorating the space as well.